My Many Coloured Days by Dr. Zeus. Some days are yellow, some days are blue. On different days, I'm different too. You'd be surprised how many ways I change on different coloured days. On bright red days, how good it feels to be a horse and kick my heels. On other days, I'm other things. On bright blue days, I flap my wings. Some days, of course, feel sort of brown. Then I feel slow and low, low down. Then comes a yellow day, and whee, I am a busy, buzzy bee. Grey day, everything is grey, I watch, but nothing moves today. Then all of a sudden, I'm a circus seal. On my orange days, that's how I feel. Green days, deep, deep in the sea. Cool and quiet fish, that's me. On purple days, I'm sad, I groan, I drag my tail, I walk alone. But when my days are happy pink, it's great to jump and just not think. Then come my black days, mad and loud. I howl, I growl at every cloud. Then comes a mixed up day, and wham, I don't know who or what I am, but it all turns out alright, you see, and I go back to being me.
The little yellow chicken.
The little yellow chicken thought he'd have a party. He said to his friends, "Will you help me do the shopping?" His friends laughed at him. "Hop it," said the frog. "Buzz off," said the bee. And the big brown beetle said, "Stop bugging me." So the little yellow chicken did the shopping by himself. When the shopping was done, the little yellow chicken said to his friends, "Will you help me do the cooking?" His friends shook their heads. "Hop it," said the frog. "Buzz off," said the bee. And the big brown beetle said, "Stop bugging me." So the little yellow chicken did the cooking by himself. When the cooking was done, the little yellow chicken said to his friends, "Will you help me set the table?" His friends turned their back. "Hop it," said the frog. "Buzz off," said the bee. And the big brown beetle said, "Stop bugging me." So the little yellow chicken set the table by himself. Everything was ready for the party. The food smelled delicious. The friends knocked on the little yellow chicken's door. "I'm hungry," said the frog. "I'm starving," said the bee. And the big brown beetle said, "What about me?" The little yellow chicken phoned his grandma, the little red hen. "My friends wouldn't help me," he said. "Now they want to come to my party. What shall I do?" "Don't let them in," said the little red hen. "Eat all the food yourself." But the little yellow chicken was a kind little chicken. He thought and thought, then he opened the door. "Welcome to my party," he said to his friends. "Fantastic," said the frog. "Amazing," said the bee. And the big brown beetle said, "A scrumptious too." Then they said to the little yellow chicken, "We're sorry we were lazy. The next time you have a party, we'll do all the work." "That's a good idea," said the little yellow chicken.
The Wicked Pirates.
Pirates are sailing over the sea. Pirates as wicked as can be. Here is wicked Jack and his wicked pirate men. And there is wicked Pete and his wicked pirate men. "Stop your boat," said wicked Pete. "We want the treasure in your treasure sack." "Come on then," said wicked Jack. "You won't rob us of our treasure sack." So up the side, over the rail, across the deck, went wicked Pirate Pete and his wicked pirate men. Clash, bash, smash went the pirate swords. Up the masts, down the masts, across the ropes, under the sails, went the wicked pirate men. Clash, bash, smash went the pirate swords. Then, "Stop! Get off my boat," shouted wicked Jack. "You can have my treasure sack." So wicked Pete went down the ladder, under the deck, into the hold, as black, and there he found the treasure sack. Wicked Pirate Pete smiled a wicked smile. "Ha ha," he said. "This will last me for a while." Up the ladder he went with the treasure on his back. So over the rail, down the side, onto their pirate boat went the pirate men. "Come on, men," he shouted. "I've got the treasure sack." And they sang as they sailed away. "We are pirates, we sail the sea. We were as wicked as can be." Scary spiders. My Nana is frightened of spiders. This I just don't understand. I am not frightened of spiders. Do you like this one here in my hand? My Nana is frightened of spiders. I think it's extraordinary that my Nana is frightened of spiders. Do you like this one under your hat? My Nana is frightened of spiders. She thinks that they'll do her some harm. I am not frightened of spiders. Do you like this one here on my arm? My Nana is frightened of spiders. She thinks they are ugly and hairy. Oh, Nan, don't be frightened of spiders. Do you think this one here is quite scary? My Nana is frightened of spiders. She jumps when they are around. I am not frightened of spiders. Do you like that one there on the ground?
There's spiders everywhere.
My Nana is frightened of spiders. She chases them around with a broom. I'm not frightened of spiders. I have hundreds of them in my room.
Oh, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there.
My Nana is frightened of spiders. Her screams from the bath are fantastic. She shouts out, "I do not like spiders." But you'll like this one, Nana. It's plastic. Ratty Tatty. Ratty Tatty was clever. No one could catch her. Ratty Tatty stole the woman's egg. The woman cried, "That Ratty Tatty is no good. I would catch her if I could." But she couldn't, so she didn't. Ratty Tatty stole the man's bread. The man cried, "That Ratty Tatty is no good. I would catch her if I could." But he couldn't, so he didn't. Ratty Tatty stole the cat's fish. The cat cried, "That Ratty Tatty is no good. I would catch her if I could." But he couldn't, so he didn't.
I wonder who will catch you at the end.
The woman and the man and the cat had a plan. They put some cheese on a big snappy trap. "That will catch Ratty Tatty," they said. Ratty Tatty sniffed and sniffed. "I like cheese," she said, "but I don't like big snappy traps." She got a fork and touched the trap. It went off, snap, and Ratty Tatty stole the cheese. The woman and the man and the cat looked at the trap. They cried, "That Ratty Tatty is no good. We would catch her if we could." But they couldn't, so they didn't. Ratty Tatty was too clever. Boring old bed. "I'm sick of my boring old bed," said Jim. "I want a new place to sleep." "You can sleep anywhere," said Dad. "Anywhere?" said Jim. "Anywhere you like," said Dad. Jim thought it would be fun to sleep in a drawer. He put in his pillow and blanket. The only problem was the drawer was too small. Next he tried sleeping in an armchair. That was too short. He made a bed on the table, but that was too high. "I can sleep in the bath," said Jim. "It's not too small or too short or too high." So Jim tried to sleep in the bath. The only problem was the tap dripped on his foot. Jim looked at the dog basket. It wasn't too small or too short or too high, and it didn't have a tap. But it did have a dog. "The fireplace is no good," he said. "It's got soot." "The pantry's no good. It's got mice." Jim was sleepy. "I want somewhere to sleep," he said. "I want a place that's not too small and not too short and not too high. I don't want a tap or a dog or soot or mice. Where can I go?" "I know. In my lovely boring old bed."
Captain Patch goes to sea.
In January of 1822, Captain Patch and his trusty crew sailed away on the deep blue sea to see exactly what they could see. In February they saw a magical land with bright orange trees and purple sand. Crabs dance around in their red and green shoes, and the jiving jellyfish sang the blues. In March all the crew became so very sick, but Captain Patch said, "I have just the trick. A cup of pure honey washed down with cold tea is simply the very best remedy." In April it rained with a drip, drip, drop. Everyone wished the rain would stop. It rained on the captain, it rained on the crew, and it rained on the cook. in his big pot of stew. In May they all sailed with a large pot of whales that could stand on their noses and stand on their tails. The crew clapped and cheered, and they joined in the fun, but Captain Patch dozed in his chair in the sun. In June and July, the wind didn't blow. Captain Patch and his crew had nowhere to go. They sat and read books, and they swam with the fish, and they ate pickled onions, their favourite dish. In August, some penguins, in dresses and suits, and sea lions playing trumpets and violins and flutes. Said Captain Patch, lovely of you to call. You're just in time for the iceberg ball. In September, winds blew through the day and night. They blew to the left and they blew to the right. The sail ripped in half. Captain Patch cried, "Oh no! Here's a needle and cotton. Can anyone sew?" In October they sailed around an island and saw a chest full of diamonds and gold on the shore. "We can't swim and get it," said Patch. "I've a hunch that very big shark may just eat us for lunch." In November a pigeon arrived with a note that said, "Patch, how long will you be on that boat?" "Oh dear," said the captain, "my wife misses me. Perhaps we had enough time at sea." "Patch, how long will you be on that boat?" In December they docked on a fine lovely day, and everyone cheered with a hip hip hooray. They washed down the boat, and they folded the sails and shared their adventurous salty sea tales. Old Captain Patch thought of his trip every night. He'd sit in the bath, and the months he'd recite: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It certainly was a year to remember.